Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to be doing a porcelain themed makeup look, of course inspired by Pat McGrath's makeup for Maison Margiela spring season 2024. I think that these makeup looks have absolutely stunned the world once again, just like Pat McGrath and John Galliano used to do back in the day. They did it for Dior. I think it was in the year 2004. They did something that was quite similar to these looks. Really did used to use makeup along with the fashion line clothing to do some storytelling. That is what my makeup is inspired by today. The first thing that I'm going to do is, of course, clip my hair back. In terms of the glass skin, I am unfortunately not going to be able to do it exactly how they did it for the fashion show, since I don't have a peel-off mask or whatever product is that they use. So I'm going to use this Girlactik Glow Prep as a base because it's just like, it's really glowy, and I think that it'll really help to make that porcelain translucent skin. I usually just use it as like highlighter. I think I'm giving, this is the Skin of a Killer, Bella. This Pro Conceal, it's the highlighter shade Pro Concealer. And I'm going to focus on placing this on the center of my face. So along here and a bit on my chin. Oh my god.
I look amazing.
Grab my foundation. It's the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Dewy Luminous Foundation. Place it on the rest of my face. I'm not going to be doing contour just because this is like porcelain doll, so I don't feel like contour is necessary, and neither is bronzer since it's supposed to be like a very pale look. Dome shaped brush to blend everything together. So I'm starting out by just blending the foundation areas, and you can see that I'm just like stipling it into my skin, stamping it into my skin. And now I'm going to start blending it in with that white concealer. And I wanted to do single layer just because I just didn't feel like doing more than one layer at the moment. But if you want to, you could of course, you know, place your foundation and then place the white concealer on top of that. I would like to apologize for all the noise that you hear outside. I tried to pick days to film where no neighbors are cutting grass. However, I think that every neighbor on my street just kind of takes their own day to cut grass. So there's always going to be somebody cutting grass. Take this shadow base from Colorina Makeup Studio. I just squeezed out a pea-sized amount, place it on my eyelids. It will really help those colors to pop. I'm going to go back in with my foundation brush, and I'm just going to keep blending in all of the products. I'm going to set my eyeshadow base with some translucent powder. I'm going to be using the Mary Kay translucent powder. I got it on Amazon. I feel like I'm speed talking right now. For setting, I of course make sure that it's blended out and that any creasing that has developed gets blended out, because once you put powder on it, that's how it's going to stay. So great, I have no electricity now, whatever. Now I'm going to be setting in the rest of my face with the translucent powder, and now there's definitely going to be some noise coming in from the outside because my street just lost electricity, so the neighbors are going to be turning on their power generators. I'm going to be using this Dew Color eyeshadow palette. It's called the Time 9 Color Shadow Palette. This color here, these eyeshadows are very pigmented. And I'm just going to start off by placing it on the crease of my eye. My electricity came back. I'm going to grab the purple palette. All the eyeshadow palettes I'm using right now are from Dew Color. They came together. And so I'm going to grab this dark shade of purple that's here. I'm going to do it as if I was doing a smoky eye. Place it very close to the outer corner of my eye, like so. Start blending in the color, so I'm blending in the purple with that green. The red palette, I'm probably using every single palette from that collection. Using this dark red here, place it underneath, right here, on the underneath of my outer corners. To be using the blue palette, dark shade of blue in that palette, place it around here, which I will then blend out. close the center of the crease. We're going for that whole painter's eye look. I'm going to be using from the Mind palette, yellow palette, I guess. It's mustard type of yellow. Sit here more towards the inner corner of my eye. And I really want to deposit that pigment because I want the yellow to be bright and noticeable. Place the red shade on the center of my mobile lid. So right here to blend in that purple with the yellow to create a transition. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to blend in all of the shades together. Placing some green up here to really retouch that color and just kind of like force it to come back onto my eye. To grab this peach shade from the red palette, I'm going to place it where the red eyeshadow ends so that I can then use this to like do my blush with. I have placed some yellow eyeshadow up here where the green was like starting to end, and I'm also just blending it in with the peach shade. Because I want this to really look darker and just more smoky, I'm going to grab from that dark blue eyeshadow and I'm going to put it here on the outer corner for some more like contrast there. Go back to blending in all of the shades together with a fluffy blending brush. Sweet Cheeks blush. I'm pretty sure this is the shade Coralicious. It's just that I've had it for so long.
I think that's bad.
I've had it for so long that it's like it's wiped away. The label has completely wiped away. I'm going to do the doll blush placement, which means that I'm not going to start at my hairline. I'm actually starting near the center of my face to make my face look a lot more roundish, make it look a lot more doll-ish. I'm going to be using my Infinity 8-color highlighter palette to place some glitter on my eyes. To start out with some yellow glitter, which really, it has like a green undertone to it, but it's what we're working with, so yeah. I'm going to move on to some red and purple, so I'm going to grab from the purple shade and just start placing it here on the center, and with the pink shade and place it more close to where the inner corner is. And now I'm going to go in with some blue for the outer corner. So light green shade. I'm going to use a fluffy blending brush to grab that shade. And I'm going to start putting it on where that green eyeshadow was. Grab from like this mermaid teal shade. I don't know what it's called. I'm going to place some here because I just feel like that would look good. And that's how I roll. I feel like it's already looking good. It's already coming together. Grab that fluffy blending brush to blend in all of those shades of glitter. Lightly swiping over those shades. For highlighter, I'm using my Nicole Miller palette that I got at Marshall's, and I'm going to place it here where my nose is. I'm going to put some blush on my nose. I feel like my nose just looks empty. I'm placing a lot of highlighter there because I want my face to look very, very highlighty. Dark red eyeshadow. Place it like on the center of my mouth to then blend it out. This is giving what's it called? Corpse Bride, kind of. Now we are going to use some white eyeliner on the lower inner corners. So since this is a doll look, you really want to make your eyes look bigger. We're going to go in with the mascara using L'Oreal Lash Paradise. And I'm not going to be using false lashes just because my lash glue that I have right now, she's not working for me. She kind of makes my eyes burn, so I'm not going to be using that lash glue. If you want to make something look lighter, like on your lips, then I'm just grabbing some translucent powder, placing it here in order to make it look lighter. I'm going to put some Vaseline on my lips to act as gloss. I'm going to fix my eyebrow. For the finishing touch, I'm going to be using the finishing powder from my face palette because it's very sheer, you know, so I want myself to look very translucent, which is why I want to use something very sheer along with the brightener. Oh my god, Vaseline just dripped down. Just brushing my hair with my boar bristle brush because I want my hair to look more like historical, since the girls were rocking like this very wavy uniformed curls type of look. I hope you guys like this video. Please don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed any part of it, and also subscribe. Thank you. Okay, bye.